How's it going there? Sorry about that. How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Over on Dixie for the daily, we did get a little bit of an increase, and we did see the crypto market decrease as a result. Remember, they are inversely related, meaning when Dixie goes up, crypto usually goes down, and vice versa. Our VWAP does want to push forward. Watch if it holds above that neutral. If it does, our momentum could gain strength and money flow could push up. That would result in further sell-offs on our altcoins and other cryptos like Bitcoin. So over on the 1 hour, you can see if you were watching close, there was a trade opportunity here. We did kind of trade on a double bottom, so we are hitting where the neckline would be, right around that 300 EMA as well. Those are both resistance areas. If we can break above and hold, then we could continue further up. That would give us another break up, and we would likely see crypto drop down. However, if we see a rejection from this area and we break below our EMA band, then we could see bears gain control, and then crypto would push up. VWAP is losing strength, momentum is rounding, money flow is bullish but starting to round, so watch that VWAP. If it favors bearish and cannot get back above that neutral here, we will see momentum and money flow fall, and the Dixie could retrace the gains. Over on Bitcoin dominance for the daily, we are rejecting our EMAs. Sorry about that. I have my mouse on super sensitive. There we go. We are trying to break that yellow EMA, so we do want to push lower. If we break that EMA, watch for that orange EMA. Those are going to be your different areas. Remember, this just shows that dominance going down means Bitcoin is selling off worse than altcoins, so we could have money going in total, money going in stable coins, and Bitcoin could be losing ahead of those. Our momentum is pushing down, VWAP is rounding away, money flow is pulling back, stochastic wants around, and RSI is pushing down. So it does look like we could see some further losses here. I would watch that VWAP close. It needs to go bullish if we're going to continue higher. Over on total for the daily, we did reject our neckline, so I would watch. We are at the bottom of our golden pocket. We could whip up, break above the golden pocket. This is a manipulation zone. Again, we cover that in the Mastering the Trade series, so don't miss that. Our stochastic does want to pull back. We do have a bearish cross. RSI is dropping. Momentum is starting to fall. We do have a red dot as that VWAP is breaking bearish and holding. If that continues, momentum will continue lower, and money flow could go from green to red, giving most of our altcoins a sell-off. So over on the 1 hour, we are coming back down toward the 250 EMA. I would exercise caution. If we do lose that 300 EMA, that's where we're going to retest that support and try to continue lower. However, if we can solidify a bounce, we have a long lower shadow candle here. So if we can get a strong green candle to give us some bullish momentum, we could push forward. That would be the bullish scenario. But if our next candle starts a big red candle like this previous one, we could see that bearish scenario. Our stochastic does want to round away. VWAP is starting to push down. Momentum is rounding, and money flow did reject a bullish cross. So watch that VWAP. If it doesn't gain bullish momentum, we could see total push down. And remember, that would lead most of our altcoins lower. So over on Bitcoin futures, we are trying to continue above this, what would be our neckline here for this double bottom here as well. So we would want to push forward and then a break of that 65.5 if we're going to continue our bullish trend. Stochastic doesn't want to pull back, RSI is starting to fall, momentum is rounding, and that VWAP is breaking bearish. That does want to bring our money flow toward the bearish territory as we just broke bullish, so I would exercise caution. Over on the 1 hour, we are coming down to our stronger support levels on these EMAs, so if we break that 300, that's where we could end up breaking lower. However, if we stay above this band, it does look like we're trying to curl in this area. So watch for that VWAP to hold bullish. If that VWAP can hold bullish, momentum will push forward, and money flow could go from red to green, and we could gain strength. However, if that VWAP does break down and we get consistent lows like back here, then momentum could continue bearish, money flow would remain in the red, and that would weaken our higher time frames. So over on Bitcoin for the daily, we are pushing down toward that support level of our 63.1, so we are seeing a little bit of a rejection. We got our full breakdown of that rising channel, so I am going to delete that. That doesn't mean our double bottom is shot yet, but I would watch. If we cannot hold this support level, that's where we could get a rejection and then continue lower. Momentum does want to push down. VWAP is holding bearish. Money flow does want to reject. Our stochastic and RSI are pushing away, so overall the daily doesn't look too good. Over on the 1 hour, we are just under that 300 EMA. So if we see a rejection here, I would watch for a break of that 63K. If we break both of these, then it's likely we would continue lower. Remember, we do have several gaps like around 60K, around 57K on futures. So we didn't show that, but we have shown that in the past. Look at previous videos. Now, stochastic does want to pull back. RSI is starting to drop. That VWAP does want to pull back. Momentum is trying to push forward due to that VWAP pushing up, getting higher highs with consistent, or higher lows with consistent highs. But we do want to see another break after not holding. So this wave here isn't too strong. We want more of a strong wave like back here to push us forward. If these VWAP waves are just these little bitty waves, it's likely we could round away, momentum could pull back, money flow could continue in the red, and that would weaken those higher time frames and give us that potential to break lower. So over on graph for the daily, we did break our neckline here. I would watch for further red candles. It's likely we could end up pushing lower, and that may make our double bottom pretty much played out. We got about a third of the move, half of the move, so we got a decent run there. Stochastic is pulling back, momentum is rounding, VWAP is breaking down, and money flow is bullish, but if that VWAP continues lower, momentum will bring money flow lower, so watch those lower time frames. Over on the 1 hour, we did make a bounce off that 300 EMA. We do have a long lower shadow candle, so again, watch for a strong green candle. If we get a strong green candle, we could continue forward, but if we get a big red candle, then it's likely we would drop away. Our RSI is pulling back, stochastic is dropping. That VWAP did try to break bullish, but now we're pulling back for a consistent low, so watch for a rejection of the neutral and favor to the bearish side. If we see that, momentum will remain bearish and money flow will continue to drop. If that VWAP can get like a small bearish wave here and then get a stronger bullish wave like back here, that could give us another run up like we saw back here, but I would watch that VWAP very close. That's going to tell you the direction you're moving. So over on Ankr for the daily, pretty much the same rejection we saw on graph. Momentum is pushing down, stochastic RSI are bearish pushing down, VWAP is favoring bearish, and the money flow is bullish, but it does want to pull back. So again, I would exercise caution, watch for further sell-off. Over on this 1 hour, we did reject our 300 EMA, and we are starting to push down after filling some gaps. We do have gaps above us, so that does give us an area we can jump back to at 2961 later. So that could be positive. We could see a push down toward that 2763. That would be our next support level. We do have some consolidation right around this 2827. So if we lost that, that's where we could see that 2673. But that means we could push down, get a DCA area, and then we could jump up. Not financial advice, but you want a DCA in and DCA out. Our stochastic does want to round away, RSI is pushing down, VWAP is starting to push down, money flow is pulling back, and momentum is rounding with a red dot, so I would exercise caution on that. Over on XRP for the daily, we did get a little bit of a rejection here, so I would exercise caution. We're trying to make a bearish engulfing candle where the red candle is as big or bigger than the previous green candle. This could end up dropping us away and causing further bearish momentum like back here, but they don't always play out just like back here. Our stochastic does want to round, RSI is pushing down, VWAP is starting to round, so watch that close. If that VWAP breaks that neutral and gets a lower low, momentum could break down and money flow would remain in the red. Over on the 1 hour here, we are seeing a rejection of our EMAs. We tried to hold those stronger EMAs, and we just see our green continuing lower. If that green EMA continues to break EMAs and holds, then we will continue to cascade away with these lower highs and lower lows that do not connect. That's more of a bearish continuation. Stochastic does want to pull back, RSI is pushing down, that VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is rounding with a red dot, and that VWAP is causing money flow to dig into the bearish territory. Again, watch that VWAP close. If it continues to favor bearish here, momentum and money flow will start to weaken higher time frames as we have been holding bearish for several hours now. Finally, on ALGO for the daily, we are retesting that 1350, so I would exercise caution. We do want to break down. Stochastic is pushing away, RSI is dropping down, momentum is rounding, VWAP is breaking down, and money flow is pulling back. So again, I would exercise caution here. If those lower time frames start favoring bearish, which they currently do seem to be, then we could continue lower. This could be a head and shoulders or a shoulder, head and shoulder. So that would not be good because that could be a very bearish pattern. That's a very big head and shoulders there. So this would be like a very goofy shoulder there. And then we could have our neckline. It says our neckline's there, so we'll take that. That could push us down around that 1311. But if you want to consider your neckline here, where your supports are, where we're currently hanging up, then that could take you down to that 1276. That's where I would take it. Our stochastic is pushing down, RSI is starting to weaken, momentum is rejecting, VWAP is pushing bearish, and money flow is pulling back. So overall, I would exercise caution. If that VWAP continues to drop down, momentum will continue to push away, money flow will remain in the red, and higher time frames will continue lower. We do have lower highs with lower lows, so we do have a bit of a bearish continuation here as well. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. I appreciate